Welcome guys to this session where we want to go through this question from 2023 GCE. All right, paper 1, mathematics. Okay, so we have to go through this question together step by step. But before that, in case you're one of those people that would want to write your exam in 2024 or beyond, you can get in touch with us on these numbers. The first one is mine. You can text me even on WhatsApp. The second one is for my friend, Mr. Piri. We work together. So whichever number that you call, you end up with both of us. Okay, we have a class where we teach from 20 hours to 21:30. You will be learning, maybe you'll be a good number of you. But if you want to learn alone, we can as well make those arrangements for you, provided we agree. Yeah, our job is to teach you. Provided we have agree, we can teach you alone. Okay. So let us go through the question. This is a linear programming. Okay. So we have to write the inequalities here. Write three inequalities that define the unshaded region. The unshaded region are in the diagram below. Okay, so this is the unshaded region here. Okay, so we could start with this one. Take note here, there is a number 1 here. There is 1 here. It may not be very visible for you. Here we have 2,4. Take note of that. Here we have 5,1. Take note of these. Okay. Then here we have 6. We also have 6 here. All right. So those inequalities, what we do, we always start with this one. This is what we're going to start with because it is the simplest. So it is number 1. How do we write this one? It cuts the y-axis. It cuts the y-axis. So it's going to be y. If you look at where R is, if you look at the position or the location where R is on top of this line or an equation. So it is where it is greater than 1. It is above 1 of y. So we're going to say it's greater than or equal to 1. All right, we said greater than or equal to because the line is solid. Had the line been dotted, we were just going to go for the greater than symbol alone without the other one. All right, I think that helps you to understand the concept. Okay. And then if I can bring you to the second one, which is this one, the first thing that you have to see is this line is dotted here. This line is dotted and it passes through the origin. It passes through the origin. The origin is this point, 0,0. That is the origin. Okay, that's the origin. Then the other point where this line passes, is 2,4. So the difference between this one and the first one, this one is diagonal. This one is diagonal. We cannot just, we can't go with a, in other words, what I mean by that is that we have got coordinates from both axes. Okay, we've got coordinates from both axes, the y-axis and the, in that case, on 2 points. It is not, unless if it is kind of, in other words, what I mean, unless if it is horizontal or vertical. If it is horizontal or vertical, I think just go with that. Yeah, all of them would still have those coordinates, but the idea or what you would go with for simplicity, let us say when it is diagonal, meaning it is not vertical or horizontal, it is important except those other special equations that we may have taught when you've got y is equals to x or y is equals to negative x. Yeah, those are also straightforward. But in the case of this one, what you need to do is to first identify 2 points along that line, then you find the gradient. When you find the gradient, you should be able to write your equation and the equation. So for the gradient here, we are going to say y2, which is 4, minus y1, which is 0, over the x2 is this one here. This one was our y2. So it will be 2 minus x1, which is 0. So we'll go on with what? This is going to be 4 over 2. We'll end up with 2. That is what is going to be our gradient. 2 is what is going to be our gradient. Then now we have to write the equation, which is always given by this formula here. Okay? So for me, I'm going to go with the zeros. We go with the first one, which is x1 here and the y1 here. So we say y minus y1, it's 0. Then m here is our gradient, which is 2. Then x minus x1. x1 again is 0. So it will be y is equals to what? 2x. That's what we're going to end up with. But what we have written here, this is an equation. What we have written here, this is an equation. So what we want is an inequality. So the inequality in this case is going to be, when you look at the location where this r is, when you look at the location where this r is, so this is kind of going to be y is less than 2x, just. That is how we are going to put it. Okay, that is how we are going to put it. I don't know if that is okay with you. That is how we are going to put it. And that is what is going to be our inequality. Okay, then I can do the second one also. If I do the second one, it will actually be the same process. It will actually be the same process as this one, where we'll have to go to identify the 2 coordinates, 2 points, just like that. Yeah. You can actually pause the video, you do the second one, then we compare our answers. That could be nice also. You know, we are susceptible to errors, so it could be nice if you can do it ahead of us. That can help you to identify areas where we could have made mistakes. So I want to pick 2 points on this other line now. I mean this line here. So those 2 points could be any of these 4. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Any of these, you could pick 2 points. Okay? 2 points. You could pick 2 points. So I want to pick the first one and the last one, which is 0, 6,0 and then 0,6. I want to go with this one. But whichever pairs that you pick, you should be able to end up with the same thing. So I say, in this case, always we have to first of all find the gradient. The gradient, I told you, it is y2 minus y1 over x2. I know at first I didn't give you the formula, so maybe you struggled. Let's see how we can go with this one. So our y2 is this. This is the y coordinate here. So this is the y2 here. So it will give you what? It will give you 6 minus our y1, which is 0 here, 0. Our x2 is the 0 here. That will be 0 minus our x1 is 6. So we'll have 6 minus negative 6. So our gradient will be equals to negative 1. So take note of that our gradient is negative 1. Take note of that our gradient is negative 1. Okay? Take note of that our gradient is negative 1. You have to take note of that our gradient is negative 1. Okay? You have to take note of that our gradient is negative 1. Then now let's do the actual equation. So we have 6, and then 0,6. The equation I told you that it is y minus y1 is equals to m, which is our gradient, x minus x1. Okay, so this, what did we say here? What we want is now going to be y minus y1. y1 is equals to 0 here. I hope you're getting that. This is going to be 0 is equals to, we got -1. That was our gradient. And then our x1 is 6, this one. So this will be y is equals to negative x. When you multiply this negative by x, it will give you -1x, which is just the same as negative x. And then plus 6. Then plus what? 6. Is that okay? Yeah. Then plus 6. What we have written here is an equation, but the question wants us to write the inequality. How do we write the inequality using this one now? When you look at the position of R, I would just say it is below the line. So usually this is a region where it is less. Usually this is the region where it is less. So I would just say y is less than or equal to. Why? Because the line is solid now. -x plus 6. -x plus 6. All right? That is what we are trying to say. So this will be what will be the inequalities that they want you to write, the 3 of them, in order for you to get 5 marks. All right? So these are the ones that you need to give us. I hope this is okay and helpful in one way or the other, if not in both ways. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, to share, and if you want the lessons like I did get in touch with those numbers via WhatsApp or call. Yeah.